So in 2020, we moved the RV here. When did we move the RV? October 2020.
Yes.
Yeah, October 2020. But before the RV, we have the container. The RV is here. Yeah, inside there, that structure, and the container. So that's the first thing that we set up. And then once it's leveled and set up, Philippe started building the mudroom. He's trying to finish it before winter because it was October when you started building the mudroom.
The end of September. It
Oh, was
snowed at
it?
the end of September that year.
Oh, I thought we moved the RV in October. This is the fourth winter so far.
And it would be the easiest by
The
far.
easiest,
We
yes.
don't even, the stove is not even fired right now. Like, we don't need wood because we're insulated. That's so good.
So that first winter we had the skirting, right? So we had the.
So the mudroom is this here.
So this is
that
the
wall.
mudroom.
By 12.
So 12 by 12 mudroom.
We had a big tarp on top that
Yes.
no insulation like that on top, just a tarp. We had this here, actually not even the wood.
The gray one.
So if you film in there, I don't know if they can see the styrofoam.
Yeah, just that one. This is
so
just
we
the
only had the
skirting.
styrofoam. We didn't even have the wood on the outside to block the wind properly.
Yes.
Bun peas under there and it stinks. He cannot come here.
We had to kick Bond out of the building because he was peeing. Yeah, so the first year we only had the skirting, the foam skirting on the RV, around the RV. And then Philippe added some on the window. What did you add on the windows?
Wow.
We added the film, the insulation film. You also added some outside.
Spray foam in the cracks, like something like
Oh,
this,
yeah.
but on the inside too. But that didn't really do anything. Like we had frost inside, like
Yeah.
it's like not good, and
Yeah.
it ruined the bed, like the under here. So this here, I didn't have anything here, and this is like just a door, and then that's under the bed. Air was coming here. It was like frosty under the bed. Imagine that. And I added that last winter because to protect the piping that's on that side. First winter.
Yeah, we had this for the water heater. The first
No, that's the second winter.
No, first winter we tried the cheap water heater.
That was the second winter
Was-
after we had the well. So that's in 2021.
Oh yeah.
We haven't seen that in the off-grid journey yet because I'm just about starting the fall.
So this
And
was
in there we had put the supposedly frost-free Amazon special water heater, propane water heater, but it froze right away. The water was everywhere. So we spent like more than $2,000 to buy the other one that we have now.
inside the
Inside.
mudroom.
And this is there, so I didn't move it, but it's insulated there to protect the pipes of the shower and the bathroom that's on that side of the RV, which was freezing in winter, the first two winters. like the shower wouldn't drain anymore. We had to pour hot water, and I had to put like hot air going under the floor of the bathroom to thaw things out so that it would drain. It's just
Yeah.
a mess. It's just a mess.
And here you added some insulation under there.
This is a
help.
storage space, but it's filled with insulation right now, just so that there's no air gap that can get cold. And our well water comes out from the ground.
You also
here.
insulated that, right?
This is very insulated,
Because
and
it was
I have.
freezing.
Oh, maybe I can open this. Oh no, the pipes that were freezing were behind this. Yes, the drain. That's what was freezing.
From the shower?
Yeah.
Mm.
So we would have Divine would heat up buckets of water on the wood stove, and then in a 25-gallon pail from Home Depot, Divine would just use a cup like that to shower herself. But I had like a Amazon pump with a shower head that went in the pail, and that was my shower. But the drain would freeze. We didn't have any piping. But the second winter, after we had the well pipe comes under here and comes up here to get inside the RV, to connect with the RV pipes. So that box is insulated. The pipe is insulated, and I have a tape, a heated tape that I can turn on if it freezes. But I've only had to turn it on once.
When it was minus 35? Minus 30.
So we had problems after minus 25, let's say. Anything below minus 25, things would freeze. But up to minus 20, we were good, no problem. So that's that for here. And now that we have the insulation, we added that last winter, the insulation on top of the RV. Can you show?
The third winter.
Last winter, yeah.
They could see.
And then that made a huge difference. But now that we have this insulated and the outside metal, there's no wind. There's it's really good.
Yeah.
Well, this here is my underground pipe for the solar panel. So those are the solar panel cable that go to the inverter, to the solar charge controller.
Yeah.
And that took me like more than a month to dig up. I'll show you how far it goes before we go anywhere else. Yeah, I can't remember. I haven't seen it in the upgrade journey yet. But this, a dog, and I placed it so that it wouldn't be in the way of the RV wheel when we pull it off. But it's under here in that pipe, and then it comes up there. Because our first winter, that cable would come above the truck, but it comes out there.
So it's here.
I pulled these rocks out of the ground, digging that trench. That took me so long to do because the ground, even during mud season in the spring, when the ground is softer, it was just impossible to dig.
Yeah, our
so
ground
much
is
effort
so
doing that.
rocky. It's just rocks.
Yeah.
We didn't have Maximus then.
But this I did right after the mud room. I built this with the leftover roofing metal. Just a little shed, and that's where we keep the generators. And so we have several generators because if one fucks up, we need another one that will work. And when it gets below between minus 10 and minus 15, we have to bring them in at night. Once I turn everything off, I bring them at night inside so the oil remains warm, and I can start them right away in the morning when we need them. Because if they stay outside, the oil gets too thick, and they excuse me, they just don't start. So that's we don't have a solution. So that's the solution, is to bring them inside. And then I built this, because at first we had solar panels on top of the container. We had 8 panels there, and we had 8 here on the other side of this. And first winter, that was our wood storage too. Remember that? And then once we started building the cover for the RV building, I built those racks for the solar panels, because the panels would not have gotten the sun being on top of the container.
And this structure, you finished it last
So-
year? This one, the extension of the mudroom.
The outside here,
Yeah.
the in between space. Yeah, that was
I
last
think,
spring. That
is
was
it?
last spring. Yeah,
Oh.
2023. Spring 2023.
Yeah, so the mudroom was the first extension, and then he added that little
This
one
I
there.
did in 2021.
Yeah, so that one, and then this one last year.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just been extended 3 times. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. So this, I found the footage of this. I don't have much after I made the video for the off-grid journey, but it's all wood that I milled inside out. Because we wanted to be able to go from the mudroom to the container without getting wet.
And getting bit by mosquitoes.
Yes.
We call that room mosquito room because we want to avoid the mosquitoes.
But it was not that
But then
mosquito
it
proof
wasn't
anyway.
working. So.
Yeah. But it's good.
But it's good because it's no snow here.
We have like a little light coming in from there.
Yeah.
And then the container, it's a mess now. But
Yeah, it's messy here, but
we
this
use
is-
it for dry storage now.
this is the storage for the feed and other stuff. All the stuff.
Freezers are here. You can come.
The 2 freezers.
So we have the freezer
All the
here.
feed. There's more feed there. 2 freezers.
And the freezers in winter, we don't need much electricity. We start them once in a while when the generator is on. And in the summer, usually we have enough sun that they're pretty much, like at night they're off, but when we have the sun, then we plug them in, and it takes a few days. Like they would have to be off for several days for the food to thaw. So we're always good. It doesn't take that much electricity.
Yeah.
It's not like we thought it would be. And the electricity in here is just this one battery. So inside we have 16 of these batteries. Maybe come here and you can show the battery. The front.
This one.
So inside we store our electricity in 16 batteries like that. This one is a 17th. We had a little issue with this one, and we got this battery fixed, but it's outside here, and this space can get really cold in winter. Like when it's minus 40, it's just a few more degrees above, even though it's insulated, not isolated. Even though it's insulated, it still gets like, if it's minus 35, it'll be minus 30 in here. I have like a Chinese diesel heater under there. but I've only used it a few times because like there's no point of heating this place up and spending diesel for nothing.
The container is insulated, but it doesn't feel like it's insulated, you know?
It's more to prevent condensation.
Oh.
That's the because if it wasn't insulated, the metal would get wet and it would drip inside, and our stuff would get wet. So that's why I got it insulated.
All the stored feed here and all our stuff because we don't have enough space in the RV. Everything is here. Yeah, he built the shelves when we first got it here, so everything is organized. I just found more egg cartons there. There, look. So we're going in the mud room.
Yeah.
It's quite messy, so my
This is
apologies.
the mud room. Ceiling is not
Or
done.
the ceiling is
The
not
roof,
done.
the roof is R44, so it's really well insulated. We installed the stove. My friend that helped me, because when I built this, I had never built. I had only built like camp, like teenager camp in the forest, you know, that sort of thing. So I didn't have any skills. So he luckily it was a good timing for him and me, and he was able to spend almost like 7 days total, maybe even more here, helping me build this. So
Yeah.
the floor is well insulated, the walls are insulated. We just connected it like that. Then then after that I built the stuff
The
here,
shelves, the extension of my kitchen.
and this
This
is the
shelves
location
for
of
the-
our batteries are under there.
Yeah, the battery is here.
You can and then that's the inverter and the charge controllers. That we're gonna upgrade that because our inverter is only 3,000 watt. So we're looking at something more like a 5,000 watt, and we want charger and inverter in one machine. I've looked at it on Alibaba because we're gonna buy it from there because the stuff you can find here is just so overpriced. It's ridiculous.
And this is the
So that's
Water.
we did that
tanks.
in 2021 after we had the wheel drill. That was an adventure too because getting the trench done and coordinating, and we were at the end of the season. It was complicated to have everything done, but luckily we got a retired how do you call these guys that do plumber that was able to come, and he was really keen in teaching me at the same time, so it's not hard. It's really not hard. So we got the pressure pump with the switch, and then we, after our problem with the Amazon water heater, we put this one. This is the expensive one, but I did most of the install. The plumber came just to help me at a few times, but most of the install, like the gas connection and all that, I did the pipe, the venting pipe, and I did some of these connection I did myself. And then what we found is that just one tank or pump in the well would start so often to refill this, and the pump uses about like at least 1,500 or 1,800 watts, so it really sucks a lot of energy out of the batteries. So by adding another tank, the pump in the well doesn't have to start as often, and we are saving energy by doing that. So now in the summer we don't care about that, but in winter, because there's less sun, because the days are shorter and it's more cloudy, when we go to bed, I make sure that we go to bed with both tanks full, so that when we wake up, we have, before the pump starts, we have 2 tanks full of water to empty. if that makes sense. So yeah, so and this is the UV filter. So our well water is extremely good. We have the filter like this. This is the filter. It's behind this tank. So I change that once in a while. We're due now, so you'll see me change that soon. So and then with this, and we're good. It's like fantastic. And because we turn off the electricity every night when we go to bed, while the bulb in here that you need to change every 365 days, we have to change every 2 years instead of changing every year. So that's like 150 plus shipping. So
Then we have extra electric fridge here
so
that we got for $50.
yeah,
So
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Because we needed extra fridge. The fridge we have is not enough.
Because in the RV there's a propane fridge. You can show. Are we going?
Are we
RV?
done here?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I can talk about. So, because this room can get really hot, but the heat is not needed here as much because we live over there. So I put a fan up here, and I remove the window there, and the fan pushes the air in. But we found that it was not really enough because it would keep the upper part warm, but we also need heat in the floor, on the floor. So I added this fan and the pipe here. And in winter, I extend the pipe.
Yeah, we run it here
And go there,
and then go on the floor.
It blows on the ground. So, and then I also have an option behind here. There's another pipe like that goes where the water from the well is coming out of the ground. So if I need to, I can send warm air in that little insulated space, and but I've never had to do that. So it was just a safety feature.
The door was removed here as soon as we moved the RV. The window here too is removed. So there's no door when we move the RV. Are you keeping the door of the RV and the window in case we move it?
Yeah, but if we move it and we need to have it closed, if the windows don't go back in, or the door, I can jerry rig something. It's not, but I have them. They're behind the container.
So this is the RV. Inside the RV, our little kitchen, and I cannot wait to have a proper space.
Well, me too, because I'm not allowed in this area. Like Divine is very territorial, so I need my space to do what I want in the kitchen. Yeah. So we replaced the TV that was in here. We don't use at first we did use the speakers up there, but with the device, we had when we lived in Surrey, but it's just taking too much electricity for nothing. So
we remove almost all the furnitures in the RV. We remove them and replace them.
Yeah.
So we remove the dining set, the sofa. That's right. The bed, everything.
We had to remove the carpet that was
and
on
the carpet
slide
too, because it was
because of condensation.
It was so moldy.
It's just, and now it's fine now because it doesn't get condensation anymore. And this year we won't even need the plastic over the windows. Like we had in those cupboard, it was ice.
Yeah. Yeah, the sides of the window here, and the first winter it was just ice. Here, you could see just the ice forming.
But in the cupboard too.
Yeah, in the cupboard, and I had to open this and make sure the heat will go there, because you will just see ice in the corner.
Yeah, and then this room, your office, maybe you can show it.
It's
'Cause that was
it's
just
messy.
bunk beds in there.
Yeah, so here there was 2 bunk beds because I think it's for kids. It's an extra room. So this was
And I
bunk
think there was
beds,
a couch there even.
and yeah, there was a couch here. Sorry, there's a lot of stuff here, but this is our pantry. This is my growing area in the spring, but then all my plants are here now, and the strawberries and storage pretty much.
Like, look, you can see the window is open, and we haven't had a fire since last night. But it's not cold outside. It's like 2 degrees today, but nonetheless, like other years, that wouldn't be the case. In the floor, I had to make a floor like that so that the chair would move,
Yeah.
and also to prevent the condensation. Because it's just carpet under there. Oh, was it? It was here.
Oh, whole floor is carpet.
That's
So
right.
we remove, you can see here the trays. So we remove a thick layer, and then just left this. I don't know what it's called. Linoleum.
And then here you can see that I had to break this because this was like enclosed, and even here I had to make holes for the air because that's where the water pipes are under.
Yeah.
And so when it was like freezing and the pipes were frozen, the vent that I had here I would put there to send the warm air to thaw the stuff. If you see here, there's like spray foam to prevent ice from forming.
Yeah, we Philip added a bunch of those in the corner of the bedroom, like everywhere almost, to prevent them from freezing.
And then you can show Willow, who's having
Willow
his
is
beauty nap.
sleeping on the bed. So Philip removed the whole bed. Huh?
Yeah.
You removed the bed. He removed the. What else did you move?
The mattress, we changed
The-
mattress.
You removed the carpet too.
On the other side, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I redid the slide part of the bed. I completely redone it because it was not. We
And
would
then
have
you
been sick.
rebuilt the frame. We
I
removed
made
the
the frame.
yeah, and then move our. We use our mattress from.
And then we
before.
have the washing machine, but the washing machine, we couldn't use it until we got the well.
Yeah.
So we had to go to either the small town or the big town to do our laundry.
Yes.
And to go like when we had no well, like those big water jugs, we would have like 20 of them to fill up.
Yeah.
That was crazy because that's
It
all
gets
we
so
had
expensive.
for showering and drinking for us and the dogs. The garden,
The garden is the creek water.
I had to go wherever there was water in the forest, and that summer it was so dry. That's the summer we were in evacuation order. So we ran. There was very little water in the forest. I had to go far to get it. Hey, buddy. Yes. You ready? You want to go outside now? Okay. You're going to go in the container first. And then I'm going to call your son. We're going to do the switcheroo. Okay? Come on. Go. Good boy. I'll be back. I'm going to call him.
Raven is coming back in because Willow is done sleeping, and maybe Raven had enough playtime with Miley. Raven, come here. Good boy. Yes. Yeah, this space is working well for us, but we don't want it to be permanent. We just don't know how long we're gonna stay here. We were just discussing how long we're gonna stay here, and my love, we were discussing last night because I was getting worried about the moving process of the RV.
Oh, yeah.
So the plan is we won't be able to move the RV unless we have another space for us to cook, shower, eat, and for me to work. So that's we don't know how that's gonna happen, but
We have some ideas, but it's nothing definitive. But one thing we know for sure, it will take money,
yeah,
and a lot of money at the same time. So we have to, we're gonna put a hold on it for next summer, to give us a chance to put money on the side. So next summer, the project will be really just the barn. That will be the big, the expensive project, which will not be expensive as much because I'm challenging myself to do it all with wood that I mill, so that, you know, maybe the floor of the loft will be plywood that I'll have to buy, and the roofing will be metal, but the siding and the beam and all that, I want to do that with wood that I'm gonna fetch from the forest here and mill with the sawmill we've got. And then I might do, you know, I'll work on the trails for the property, and I might make a walipini, and we'll see. But we're not gonna have major expenses like we've had so far every year. We already gonna have expenses with the solar system upgrade and the truck, because the truck is at the end of its journey as a main vehicle.
yeah,
Because now we're starting to put more money into it in terms of repairs, and every time we pay for repairs, it's money that we don't have as a down payment or cash for a newer truck. So we're starting to plan that. And then after that, so we have time to think about how we're going to do the pulling out the RV, because once we pull out the RV, we won't be able to live really in the RV for that summer, because I'd have to redo all the piping, you know, the plumbing and the electrical, so that we have power and water in the RV. So what I want to do is have another structure that has a bedroom, a kitchen that we can live in, that's connected, wired, and plumbed. And then once we pull the RV, we live in that structure, and I can finish the inside of this building. And we'll see. Yeah.
maybe we go to the building. Yeah.
Okay.